Hello, welcome to lecture on absolute function. This is all presented by Subarao. Absolute value function is one of the interesting and funny concept, but a lot of people have a hard time getting used to. But the important thing to keep in mind when you are working on functions, get in-depth meaning of its definition. It gives you an absolute strength to move forward confidently. Let's go ahead and get started by dive into basics. Here in this session, I'm going to talk about the following points. One, definition of absolute or modulus function, domain and range of it, and third one, graph of the function. Fourth, geometrical understanding of absolute or modulus function. And fifth one, elementary absolute value equations in one variable. So in this first, let us move forward to the definition of absolute value function. The absolute value function or modulus of a real number x is defined as modulus of x is equal to minus x if x is less than 0 and plus x when x is greater than or equal to 0. So this is the definition of absolute value function or modulus function. Let us see what does it mean. Suppose there is a function there is a machine. This is, I name it as the absolute value mission. So this absolute value mission is absolute value mission appears like this is a process chamber of the mission. This is output area and this is input area. So any real number, x is any real number, so x belongs to R. So real numbers are allowed into this machine. Then there is a process in which the machine separates a positive and negative value, negative real values. X belongs to R minus and x is equal to 0. What it does, when x belongs to R plus, it processes as it is. So finally output is x only. When it is 0, it gives 0. And x is a negative real number, it processes it as minus x. So meaning when we give positive real values, the modulus function process positive values, positive real values as they are, and negative real values as minus of the given value. And x is equal to 0, then as it is 0. So this is what actually the modulus function or absolute value function does. So here we can make certain observation that minus x greater than 0, since minus x is possible when x is less than 0. So minus x greater than 0. And as we know, x is already greater than 0 in the second case. Then finally what you can say, modulus of x is always a positive value. Positive value. Modulus of x is a positive value. So that what we can understand. So in this process, input is all real numbers. Coming to the output, we are getting only positive real values. So from this observation, it is clear that the domain of this modulus function, easily we can write it as set of real numbers. And range, it gives only non-negative values. So then of closed 0 to infinity. So this is the second point. Domain and range of modulus function is set of real numbers and of closed 0 to infinity respectively. So from this, we can define mathematically as a function f is mapping from set of real numbers to 0 to infinity. This is 0 to infinity. So this domain is 0 to infinity. F is mapping from GR to of closed 0 to infinity. And is defined as f of x is equal to modulus of x, which is equal to minus x if x less than 0, and x if x greater than or equal to 0. So this is a definition of absolute function. So from here, we can see more examples in order to get deep learning of modulus function. In this example, I can make modulus of 2. When modulus of 2, I will check whether the input here, the value which is in modulus function, positive or negative. So this is positive. So this is 2 only. Suppose modulus of minus 2. As we observe, it is minus 2 negative value. As per the definition of function, this is minus of minus 2, which is equal to plus 2. Similarly, modulus of 5 is equal to 5 and modulus of minus 5 is equal to plus 5. It is plus 5. Suppose if there is an expression inside modulus function, modulus of x minus 5. In this case, I am not able to decide the sign of x minus 1. When we apply modulus function, it depends on the sign of expression or value which lies in the modulus function. So here there are two cases. It is equal to exactly the same when this expression is positive or equal to 0. That is nothing but x greater than or equal to 1. But this is a minus of x minus 1 whenever x is less than 1. Right? Since the sign of x minus 1 depends on x, so it depends on x greater than or equal to 1, x less than 1, you can remove modulus or you can write the value of this function. Now, second example, coming to the second example, modulus of 2x minus 1. When you take modulus of 2x minus 1, again, same case, it is equal to 2x minus 1 provided 2x is greater than or equal to 1, that is x greater than or equal to 1 by 2. So minus of 2x minus 1 or 1 minus 2x provided x is less than 1 by 2 as per the definition. So in general, what you can write in such cases, when you apply in general, if g of x is any function, in general, g of x is equal to any function, g of x is any function, modulus of g of x is equal to what I can write, minus g of x provided g of x is less than 0. G of x when g of x is greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So this is the definition of modulus function. How do we apply? So coming to the next point, Coming to the next point. Geometrical understanding of this modulus of x. Suppose if I write mod 2 is equal to, what we can understand here, mod 2 is equal to 2. Modulus of minus 2 is equal to 2. What does it mean geometrically? If I take a real line, I've taken a real line, say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here from minus 2, minus 3. Left side of 0, negative values. So what you can understand here, 2. So the distance from origin to 2. The distance from origin to 2. This is the distance from origin to 2. Right? So this distance is 2. And similarly, distance from origin to minus 2 is also 2. So geometrically, what we can understand here, modulus of x is a distance of x away from 0. So that means modulus of x is equal to 2. If at all modulus of x is equal to 2, we can understand that x is a distance of 2 away from 0. Away from 0. X is a distance of 2 units away from 0 along the number line. So this is the most important point, the important thing to keep in mind. It's just like a distance away from 0. That is a pretty useful later while you are applying modulus while solving the question. The important thing to keep in mind, it's just like a distance away from 0 on real line. So the next point is graph of modulus function. So coming to the graph of modulus function, so just I can take again the definition of the modulus function. When I take the definition of the modulus function, y is equal to f of x is equal to minus x, where x is less than 0, is x when x is greater than or equal to 0. So in order to get the correct graph of modulus function, so I will check this function. So I have taken here y is equal to x. So this y equal to x graph is only for positive values of x. So we need to omit the part of the graph y equal to x along negative x-axis. Similarly, y equal to minus x, the graph y equal to minus x. Y equal to minus x is valid only for negative values of x. So let us remove the part of y equal to minus x along positive x-axis, because in its input, positive values of x are not present. So when you write both the condition together, what is the possible graph of this modulus function? So this is the possible graph of the modulus function. So this is y equal to x, and this part represents y equal to minus x. It's like a V. The graph of y equal to f of x. So what are the points? The points take away from the graph is modulus of x. The graph is lying above x-axis. That means along a positive y-axis. So modulus of x is always greater than or equal to 0. That is a point. So from there, we can understand the range is of closed 0 to infinity. And coming to the input. So the input means you observe along x-axis. X-axis from the left hand to the right side, left side to right side. So along x-axis, then we can say that it takes all real values. It takes all real values. So that means the domain input is a real number system, right? The second one is this graph is decreasing from minus infinity to 0. It is coming down, and 0 to infinity increasing. 0 to infinity increasing. So this is not monotonic function, right? And at the same time, minimum value of the function modulus of x is 0. It is obtained at x is equal to 0. You can clearly understand from the graph. And coming to the maximum value, it is going up to infinity, right? So that means there is no maximum value. Maximum value of this function is not defined, right? So these are the points from graph of modulus of x. Now the next point is regarding equations, some elementary equations. So in elementary equations, elementary absolute equations, from the definition, from the understanding of the definition and the graph, we can solve the equations which are involving, which are consisting of modulus function. So the first one is, first observation is modulus of x is equal to a. Then obviously we'll get the different cases. Modulus of x is equal to a means a is less than 0. This is the first case. And modulus of x is equal to a when a is equal to 0. Modulus of x is equal to a when a is greater than 0. So let us discuss in all three cases whether trigonometry when you have a real number a, there are three possibilities: either less than 0 with respect to 0, less than 0, greater than 0, or equal to 0. So according to geometrical meaning of modulus function, this a is a negative value. So we observed that modulus of x represents the distance away from 0. Distance away from 0. There is no possibility of distance away from 0 is a negative value. So that's why this is a 0. The distance from 0 to x is minus a negative value. So this is not at all possible. This is not at all possible. So modulus of x is equal to a will not have any solution when a is less than 0. No solution for this case. When modulus of a is equal to modulus of x is equal to a, where a is equal to 0, then mod x is equal to 0. So distance away from origin is 0. So what can you understand? So along real line, so that x should be equal to 0. There is only one solution. So coming to mod x is equal to a, where a is greater than 0, where a greater than 0. So distance away from origin is a units. So then there are two possibilities. One point is lying on right side of 0 and another one on left side of 0. So this is a and this is minus a. So two such points will exist. Two such points will exist. This is a units and this is a units. So depending on the direction, we get 2 points. So then what is the solution of mod x is equal to a when a greater than 0? X is equal to either a or minus a. There exist two solutions using this. The same concept we can observe through the graph. Through the graph. So in the first case, when I take the graph of y equal to modulus of x, this is y equal to modulus of x. Modulus of x is equal to a. I'm taking the graph of y equal to modulus of x and y equal to a. First one is y equal to modulus of x. The second one is y equal to a. Here given a less than 0. When a is less than 0, it is lying below the x-axis. So meaning there does not exist any point of intersection of mod x and a. Y equal to mod x and y equal to a. So no solution. The second way. Second point is mod x is equal to 0. So then there is only one point of intersection. This is mod x and y equal to 0. So this is only one point of intersection, one common point for mod x and y equal to 0. So then solution is x is equal to 0. So coming to the third case, this is modulus of x and y equal to a, where a is greater than 0. When a greater than 0, y equal to a, graph is lying above the x-axis. So then there is a possibility of 2 point of intersections. The 2 point of intersections, as we know, this is y equal to x and this is y equal to minus x. If you are getting a point of intersection with x is equal to a, this point absolutely x is equal to a. And at this point of intersection, abscissa is minus a. So you can say there are 2 point of intersections which are a and minus a. Therefore, in other way, the number of solutions of mod x is equal to a when a greater than 0 is 2. Two solutions which are a and minus a, plus or minus a. So that way you can understand elementary absolute equations. So now coming to the second point regarding equations and inequations. Elementary absolute inequations. So elementary absolute inequations in this case, modulus of x, again I will check modulus of x is less than or equal to a. When modulus of x is less than or equal to a, again I can check a is less than 0, first case. Modulus of x is less than or equal to a, where a equal to 0. And modulus of x is less than or equal to a when a is greater than 0. A is a positive value. So you can understand a is a negative value. So this positive value is less than or equal to a. Positive value less than or equal to a. So this is not at all possible. So not possible. Okay, no solution for mod x less than or equal to a negative value. Suppose second case, mod x is less than or equal to 0. So when mod x is less than or equal to 0 means mod x is always a positive value. Positive. So then there is a possibility x is equal to 0 only. So only one solution for mod x is less than or equal to 0. And coming to the third case and the most interesting case is modulus of x is less than or equal to a. So in this case, according to geometrical observation along a real line, the distance away from origin. So then modulus of x is equal to a means this is minus a at a distance of a unit. A is at a distance of a units. This is equal to. So then a and minus a both are included. A is included, minus a is also included. So this distance from x. So x to a is less than. So here modulus of x is equal to a, the solution is x is equal to a and x is equal to minus a. And this modulus distance is less than or equal to a. So that means all possible values of x must lie in between 0 and a. So this is x and this is also x. So any point in between 0 and a satisfies the inequation mod x less than or equal to a. So therefore, the solution set is minus a is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to a. That means x belongs to closed interval minus a to plus a. If at all mod x is strictly less than a, where a is greater than 0, then corresponding solution is minus a is less than x is less than a. That implies x belongs to open interval minus a to plus a. If you want to see the same thing with respect to the graph, so let us consider the graph. When you consider a graph of y equal to modulus of x. Y equal to modulus of x. Right. Suppose a is less than 0, then y equal to a. Y equal to modulus of x. Right. So modulus of x is always greater than or equal to, greater than a. So then no solution in this case. No solution for mod x is less than or equal to a when a is greater than, a is less than 0. When a less than 0. So whereas in second case we can easily understand there is only one point of intersection, that is x is equal to 0, the common point. So third and the most interesting case is y equal to modulus of x and y equal to a. This is y equal to a and y equal to x. Here y equal to minus x. As we know, point of intersections, abscissa of the point of intersections a and minus a, right? So we are looking for modulus of x is less than or equal to a. A is also included. A is included and minus a is also included. So now you collect the part of the graph of mod x which is lying below y equal to a. So below y equal to a means this part and this part. So the corresponding values of x are 0 to a and minus a to 0. Right? I'm repeating, collect the values of x at which the part of the graph of y equal to modulus of x is lying below y equal to a. So these two parts, the corresponding values, that means corresponding abscissas are minus a and plus, minus a to plus a. So therefore this complete region. So what you can write, x belongs to minus a to a. So once you check the endpoints are also included. So I put close bracket. Suppose modulus of x is less than, strictly less than a, as you can observe, x belongs to open interval minus a to a. The two ways we can understand how we define inequations and how we solve inequations in modulus functions. And the last point in this connection is modulus of x is greater than a. So modulus of x is greater than or equal to a provided a is less than 0. And modulus of x is greater than or equal to 0, directly I can write it. So modulus of x is greater than or equal to a when a is greater than 0. Okay. So modulus of x, this is always positive value. Just you observe here, this is positive value, mod x. And this is a negative value. So positive value is always greater than negative value. So therefore, what you can say, for any value of x, it satisfies. For any value of x, it satisfies. So therefore, what is the solution? X belongs to R. Suppose if you want to see it graphically, using graph, y equal to modulus of x. Y equal to modulus of x graph. And y equal to a. You collect the values of x at which mod x is more than y equal to a. So that means the values of x at which modulus of x is lying above the graph of y equal to a. So for every value, for any instant, mod x is above this y is equal to a. So that means what is the solution? X belongs to R. The two ways we can understand, right? Next. So coming to the second case, I think second case easily we can understand it. Modulus of x is equal to, modulus of x is greater than or equal to 0. So x belongs to R. As we know, the range of modulus of x is 0 to infinity. For any real number, modulus of x is greater than or equal to R. So therefore, answer is here x belongs to R. So coming to the third case, modulus of x is greater than. So if you look at the line, real line, as we know, this is A and this is minus a. This distance is less than or equal to, this distance is a. This is also a from origin. So if I take any point in between 0 and a, that distance is less than a, but we want more than a. So when you want more than a, our x must be away from a, right? So that means this point, this is the region and this region. So we can mark it as any point which is away from the right side of a or left side of minus a, whose distances from origin is more than a, right? So this is the solution region. So therefore, what is the solution set here? X belongs to minus infinity to minus a, union a to infinity. This is open always. This is not extended real number system. So here, what about a? A is included. So a is included. It's a closure bracket. Suppose mod x is strictly greater than a, then corresponding solution set is x belongs to minus infinity to a, union open interval a to infinity. So using a real line. Suppose if you want to understand the same point using graph of the function. In that case, again I take the graph of y equal to modulus of x, and y equal to a, since a greater than 0, this is a greater than 0, y equal to a, right? So these points, point of intersections, minus a here, plus a. So we are looking for modulus of x is greater than or equal to a. So now you collect the values of x at which mod x is above y is equal to a. So mod x is above y equal to a means this part is above the line y equal to a. So while you are writing solution set, corresponding values. So here these are the corresponding values of x. So a to infinity. Here minus infinity to a. So therefore, what you can write, x belongs to minus infinity to minus a, union a to infinity. Semi-closed. Once again, I'm repeating. Collect the values of x at which mod x, the graph of mod x, I mean part of the graph of mod x is lying above the graph of y equal to a. Right? So this is the solution set. This is regarding inequations. So far we have covered definitions, definition in functions, graph of the modulus function, and geometrical observation of modulus function along a real line, domain, range, elementary absolute equations, elementary absolute inequations. So when you apply this knowledge while we are having some questions, for example, modulus of x is equal, x minus 2 is equal to 5. We need to solve this equation, this elementary modulus equation. So the most natural way is modulus of x minus 2 is equal to 5 implies it's a positive value. So there exists a solution. X minus 2 is equal to plus or minus 5. Then x is equal to 2 plus or minus 5, which is equal to either 7 or minus 3. Instead of making this mathematical calculation, just you can observe along the real line. This is 0, 2. Okay. So mod x means the distance away from origin. Mod x minus 2 represent distance away from 2 along the real line is 5 units. So the point which is away from 2 and having 5 units, then what you can say? 7. So there exists another point which is lying on left side of 2. This is 2 units, 3 units away from 0. So that is minus 3. So this 5 units and this is 5 units. That way you can observe it. So coming to the next question, modulus of. For deeper understanding, let's discuss a few examples. Modulus of x minus 3 is equal to 2. So instead of taking mathematical calculation, just you observe this is a 0 and 3. Mod x minus 3. So 2 units away from 3 along the real line. So obviously this is 5 units here and here 1 unit. So what is the answer? 1 and 5. Clear? So I hope I am not pretty quick. So third point is modulus of x minus 2 is equal to minus 4. What you can say, the distance is equal to minus 4. So this is not valid, so no solution. Right. The next, another interesting point is modulus of x minus 2 is equal to 3 times modulus of x minus 6. 3 times modulus of x minus 6. So the most natural way of solving this equation is we will divide them into cases. So what are the cases? We need to know about the sign changes of this modulus expression, mod x minus 2. So we call it as a critical point. X is equal to 2 here, x is equal to 6. So that means you will get the three cases. X is less than 2 and 2 to 6, 2 less than x less than 6 and x is more than 6. These are the three cases. So when you take the first case, x is less than 2, x minus 2 is negative. So x minus 6 is also negative. Then what you can get according to the definition, this is a minus of x minus 2, which is 2 minus x, which is equal to 3 times of 6 minus x. So then what you can write, 2 minus x is equal to 18 minus 3x. So that is 2x is equal to 16. That means x is equal to 8. But x is less than 2. You got x is equal to 8. So this is not possible. No solution in this case. When 2 less than x less than 2, x is more than 2, x minus 2 is positive, this is x minus 2. And x is less than 6, this is negative 18 minus 3x. So what you can write here, 4x is equal to, you can write 16, x is equal to 4. Yes, 4 lies in between 2 and 6. This is one of the solution. For x is greater than 6, when x is greater than 6, you can write here 2 minus x minus 2 is a positive value since my x is more than 2, x minus 2 as it is. And x is greater than 6, so this is also positive. You can write 3x minus 18. When you solve this simple equation, I can write it as 2x is equal to 16, x is equal to 8. So x is equal to 8 satisfies x greater than 6. So there are two solutions, x is equal to 4 and x is equal to 8. So this is the most natural way. But after understanding the whole concept of this modulus function, what you can write, this is a very interesting point. So this gives a deeper learning process regarding modulus of x. Modulus of x minus 2 is equal to 3 times of modulus of x minus 6. So I can write it as mod x minus 2 by mod x minus 6 is equal to 3. Meaning the ratio of these distances, is equal to 3 units. The ratio of these distances is equal to 3 units. So that means what you can understand here, there are 2 points. One is 2 and 6. 2 and 6. Okay. Yes. The other way you can observe 2 comma 6. There are 2 points which divides the line segment 2 to 6 in 3:1 ratio, externally and internally. Internally and externally. So those are the points which satisfies mod x minus 2, because these are the distances. It's like a PA by PB is equal to 3 by 1. So that means here P is a point which divides the line segment AB in the ratio 3:1. So this is A. Of course, you can write it as a 2 comma 0, and this is a B 6 comma 0. Now find out a point P on the real line which divides these 2 points and the line segment joining the 2 points A and B in 3:1 ratio. So as it is on real line, easily we can observe that. So 8 is a point on the real line. The distance from 2 to 8 is 6 units, and 6 to 8 is 2 units. So the ratio will be 3 units. So this is one such point. Okay. So next, one more point, 2 to 5. 2 to 5. So when you consider 2 to 5, the distance from 2 to 5 is equal to, distance from 2 to 5 is equal to 3 units, and 5 to 6 is 1 unit. So the ratio of the distances is 3 by 1. So another solution is 5, and here 8. So what are the solutions? 5 and 8. So there might be a mistake in this case, the previous case. So let me check. So this point is 20. 18 plus 2, 20. So this is 20. So when it is 20, 4x is equal to 20, x is equal to 5. So 5 and 8. So the deeper understanding of the modulus function geometrically gives the easy way to solve the question. Instead of going for a most natural way, directly we can answer such questions. Okay. Similarly, you can practice one question here. I can write here, solve modulus of 3 times 3x minus 1 is equal to modulus of x plus 5. So this is one practice question. For our understanding, I can make it as hint is 3 times of modulus of x minus 1 by 3, which is equal to modulus of x plus 5. That implies mod x plus 5 by mod x minus 1 by 3 is equal to 3 units. So that means, according to our previous discussion, here A is minus 5, 0, and B is 1 by 3 comma 0, right? So now we need to find a point on the real line which divides the line segment minus 5 comma 0 and 1 by 3 comma 0 in the ratio 3 units, 3:1, in the ratio 3:1. Okay, so you can practice this question so that you will get a complete idea about the points what we have discussed so far. Okay, so these are the points. Let us see how this knowledge we explored up to now in order to improve problem solving skills on absolute functions in the next video. So stay tuned to that. Thank you.